My friend slapped my bum on a night out, leaving a handprint. My husband doesn't believe it was her. How to convince him? Went out for a friend's birthday on Friday night and had a few drinks. Early on in the night, I tripped over, before I'd even had a drink, and I ended up on all fours, and one of my friends ran and slapped my bum. We all laughed, and the night carried on, and I thought nothing more of it. When I got home around 1 a.m., my husband was still awake in bed. I undressed to get into bed, and that's when he noticed I had a hand mark on my bum. He instantly jumped out of bed and started demanding to know what it was and who did it. I stuttered a bit because I couldn't even remember, then it dawned on me, so I told him what happened, but he didn't believe me. He asked for my phone and obviously found nothing too serious, but just said I'd deleted everything to cover my tracks. I went to the bathroom to have a look in the mirror, and there was a definite handprint on there. He followed me, and we stood there arguing for over half an hour, and every time I tried to leave as I was cold and naked, he'd stop me and accuse me of trying to run away. He said this doesn't sound like my friend at all, which is true as she's a very timid, quiet person. He also said the handprint is too big for a woman, but my friend is tall. She's around 6 foot and does have big hands. I even ended up ringing my friend to corroborate my story, and she even offered to come round and prove the handprint is hers by putting her hand on the print. He said we'd made up the story between us all and used the tall friend as the culprit as she'd have the biggest handprint. I asked the group chat if any of them had a video, but they don't. All weekend we've been having this discussion and he doesn't believe me. The handprint has gone now, but he can't let it go and keeps constantly asking me. It's 4:45 a.m. here and he woke me up at 4 to ask about it. How can I make him believe me? I don't know what to do. TLDR. Friend slapped my bum and left a handprint. Husband doesn't believe me and thinks it's a man. Update 6 days later. To start with, I'll clear a few things up from my last post. My husband chose my outfit for me that night, and it was a very thin dress with a thong underneath, so there was very little protection of my derriere. I was also on all fours laughing, so my bum was sticking up, and then I heard footsteps running towards me and got absolutely thunderclapped on my ass. The sound echoed around the housing estate, and you know a slap is good when both the slapper and the slapped are in agony. All night, that cheek was warmer than the other. I'm also on blood thinners, which means I mark and bruise very easily. Second thing is my stammering when I told him. Might be TMI, but I was doing a striptease for him while he was in bed, and as I let my dress drop, I stuck my bum out so it was right near him, and he screamed at the top of his voice, "What the fuck is that?" And then jumped out of bed and got in my face, making me fall onto the bed and screamed, "Who the fuck did that?" It took me a couple of seconds to realize what he meant. If he asked normally, I'd have said Emily slapped my ass. Also, I wasn't drunk like so many people said. I had 3 glasses of wine over 6 hours. All the men who said a married woman shouldn't be out without her husband, and there was at least 5 of you, are gross. My husband goes out every weekend, but I do it 3 times a year and I'm for the streets. People asked about our sex life. We used to have sex, or I'd give him oral nearly every day, but the last few months it's dried up to once a week. I have brought this up with him as I need it more. Also, the not so serious thing he found on my phone, which a lot of men took to mean I'd been messaging someone else, was a porn video I'd favorited because I like it. Right on to the update. It's been over a week, he still doesn't believe me, and I've told him I want to split up with him. Emily offered to come round on the night and he said no. I've told him to speak to all my friends and he said no. When I said look at the rip in my dress from where I fell and my bloody knees, he said that's from me giving head. How aggressively does he think I dropped to my knees? He's looked through my phone and found nothing. When I asked to look through his, he said, "No, I'm not the one on trial here." He's woke me up 3 times in the night to berate me. He's burnt all my going out clothes. He's threatened to post photos and videos of me to show the world what a slag I am. He's also grabbed me twice and pushed me onto the sofa once, which I will be informing my brother about later when I see him for Mother's Day. So all in all, a shit week, and I've told him to get the fuck out of my house and I'll be divorcing him. He's not worked for 6 months and has no savings, and the house was mine before I met him. And he's never paid towards the mortgage or any repair or upkeep work, so he's getting fuck all. Final update 2 weeks later. I've had a lot of messages from people asking for an update, so here it is. It's a pretty uneventful one as nothing has happened, but I'll try and clear things up. In my first update, I mentioned kicking him out and he's still out, and I haven't heard from him at all. My brother did go to see him and his brothers after Mother's Day, so maybe that's why I haven't heard from him. I did take some advice then and had new security cameras installed and lighting all around my house and changed every lock. I know it's a bit paranoid, but I've also screwed my letterbox shut and got a postbox outside so he can't pour anything nasty through there. I also change my company car every couple of days in case he's put a tracker on it. I'm really overthinking it, but just being sure. I also was a bit petty and posted a picture on my Instagram of me on all fours and Emily with her hand on my bum LOL. I'm not sticking up for my ex here, but I do want to clear up the issue of him choosing my outfits. That's always been my idea. I saw it on a film when I was younger and always thought it seemed sexy, my partner choosing an outfit that they find me attractive in, and it makes me excited to get home in it so he can see me in it again. I've also had a lot of messages from both men and women, sadly, insulting me for being out at that time and saying it's embarrassing a woman of my age behaving in such a way. I've also had a few women message me and tell me that I'm a whore for doing a striptease for my husband and I'm degrading myself. No, it's not degrading to try and turn my husband on so he'll bang me until the sun comes up. Women enjoy sex too. Anyway, thank you everyone for caring, it really means a lot. What do you guys think? Let's discuss in the comments. Follow and like for more stories.